Hi there, this is Andrea Mowry of Drea Renee Knits, and today I'm going to be demonstrating how I like to do a make one when I have to increase very frequently across a row, and I don't want to use a twisted make one left or make one right because that will tend to create a stiff ridge in your work that can be very noticeable and cause puckering. So this is the same idea, you're just not twisting your stitch as you create a new one. So let me get a stitch in here. It doesn't really matter how you hold your yarn, whether you are a continental knitter who holds their working yarn on their left hand or an English knitter over your right hand. I will show both though. So we are basically just going to create a new stitch under this bar here that is in between the stitch I've just worked and the stitch I'm about to work after my increase. So you simply just insert your right hand needle tip below that bar, snag your working yarn, and knit a new stitch under that bar. And that's it. Pretty easy, right? I'll demonstrate that once more continental before I switch to English. So again, I have a stitch I just knit, the stitch I will knit after the increase, and I am increasing under this bar right here. So insert your right needle tip underneath that bar, grab your working yarn and pull it through to create your new stitch. And that's it. For my right-handed English throwers, again, we are going to be, let me get that out of the way. We are going to be using this bar in between the stitch I just knit and the stitch I'm going to knit after my increase. Insert your needle tip underneath that bar, wrap your yarn around to knit and pull it through. And there's your new stitch. I'll show that once more. Stitch I've just knit, bar I will use to increase under, and the stitch I'll knit after. Insert your right hand needle tip under the bar, wrap your yarn, and pull it through for your new stitch. So this is an ideal way to increase when you are doing a round yoke sweater, such as this sweater here. Now, because we are increasing so quickly, if I twisted those stitches, we would have a really unsightly ridge right here where everything would be really tight and puckered. As you can see, this lays really nice and flat. You can see this kind of increase, because you're not twisting to closing it up, you may have a little hole, but I find that with blocking, it's very minimal and it wears really nicely. So I hope you enjoy this untwisted make one, and happy knitting.